Greetings everyone, and welcome back to Around the Clock. First off, as you guys know on this channel, a huge shout out goes out to all of my subscribers out there, as well as anyone tuning in and listening. Thank you all for all of your support, guys. And with that, we're going to get right into the topic at hand. And as you all can see in the title of this video, Capcom has no plans for Resident Evil 2 Remake coming over to the Nintendo Switch. Plus, we've got some Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil 1, and Resident Evil 4 Nintendo Switch news. Alright guys, it was not too long ago that Capcom had confirmed themselves that they had no plans for a Resident Evil 2 remake coming over to the Nintendo Switch. And since that recent statement, many people have argued that this title, Resident Evil 2 Remake, needed to be ported over to the Nintendo Switch. Even Platinum Games' own Hideki Kamiya himself. And since then, many people thought that Capcom may have changed their stance on this, and as of today, we have Capcom's own community manager to give us confirmation on this situation. Now guys, on Twitter it was asked, Resident Evil 2 Remake on Switch? And Kat, who is Capcom's community manager, said this guys, no plans on that, no. So, it looks like that this will not be happening whatsoever guys. Also, in another tweet it was asked, is there a possibility of having future plans for the game on the Switch? And she said this guys, see previous answers, read probably not. Now, with that little vague statement there, probably not, with the emoji there, it's kind of, hit or miss with that answer. But I will say this, as was stated by Capcom earlier, that they would not port this game over to the Nintendo Switch. Maybe in the future guys, maybe in the future, but as of now, it looks like Resident Evil 2 Remake will not be coming over to the Nintendo Switch. Now everyone, in other Resident Evil related news, we got release dates for Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil 1 HD Remaster, and Resident Evil 4 coming over to the Nintendo Switch, and all three of these will be dropping on the Nintendo Switch eShop on May 21st, 2019. And all three of these Resident Evil games will be released on the Nintendo Switch eShop as separate digital titles. And in North America, both Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil HD Remaster will be released as a physical retail bundle called the Resident Evil Origins Collection. It is also reported that Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil HD Remaster will not receive a physical release in Europe. Also, Europe nor North America will receive a physical copy of Resident Evil 4. Now guys, the digital pre-orders are scheduled to kick off on February 28th, 2019. Now guys, this is very big news, considering that all three of these iconic Resident Evil titles are coming over to the Nintendo Switch eShop on the same day. That is pretty big guys. Now, I will be getting the physical version of the Resident Evil HD Remaster and Resident Evil 0. I wish there was a physical version for Resident Evil 4. I don't know why they decided to do that, but anyway, I'll still be downloading that. Also, I'd like to point this out. Well, all three of these titles include the Joy-Con only controls, similar to what they did with Resident Evil 4 on the Wii. I wonder if that will happen on the Nintendo Switch as well. And hopefully guys, we do get a physical version of Resident Evil 4 on the Nintendo Switch. Maybe from a different distributor, but hopefully this happens guys. Also, with the Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil HD Remaster coming over to the Nintendo Switch as a physical form, will it get the same treatment as the Resident Evil Revelations collection? Have Resident Evil 0 as a physical copy and the Resident Evil HD Remaster as a downloadable code included in the box. And with all three of these iconic games coming over to the Nintendo Switch, hopefully Capcom can see the success of this and then change their mind on whether Resident Evil 2 Remake will come over to the Nintendo Switch as well, because Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2 have already received great sales numbers. As of last year, it even was number 13 on the best-selling digital games for the Nintendo Switch. Now, hopefully Capcom changes their stance on this, and hopefully as well, we get Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 6 coming over to the Nintendo Switch. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for this video. What are your thoughts on Capcom having no plans for Resident Evil 2 Remake coming over to the Nintendo Switch, as well as Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil HD Remaster, and Resident Evil 4 receiving a release date of May 21st, 2019 coming over to the Nintendo Switch? Please let me know in the comment section below. As well as, if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button, as well as the notification bell, so that you don't miss out on new, daily Nintendo news content here at Around the Clock. Where here, we focus on Nintendo gaming news around the clock. Catch you guys in the next one.